Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Nothing hits the spot like a steaming bowl of milkfish sinigang on a rainy day. This Filipino favorite mixes tangy tamarind broth with tender milkfish, fresh vegetables, and a touch of warmth in every sip. It's comfort food at its best, simple, hearty, and packed with layers of flavor that feel like home. Sinigang stands out in Filipino cuisine for its perfect balance of sour and savory, with milkfish adding a delicate, slightly sweet touch. Whether enjoyed with rice or shared at family gatherings, this dish is a staple for good reason. It's easy to make, endlessly adaptable, and always satisfying. Let's dive into how you can bring this classic to your kitchen. What is milkfish sinigang? Milkfish sinigang is a classic Filipino sour soup starring Bangus, milkfish, as the main protein. It's a comforting, tangy broth made with tamarind or other souring agents, loaded with fresh vegetables and seasoned just right. This dish is a go-to for family meals, rainy days, or whenever you crave something bright and savory. Every spoonful brings a mix of bold flavors, sour from the tamarind, savory from the fish, and a hint of sweetness from the vegetables. While sinigang has many versions, milkfish stands out for its tender, slightly fatty texture that soaks up the broth beautifully. Key ingredients of milkfish sinigang. A great sinigang starts with fresh, quality ingredients. Here's what you'll need. Milkfish, Bangus. The star of the dish, best when firm and fresh. Opt for belly cuts for extra richness. Souring agent. Traditionally tamarind, sampalok, but alternatives like calamansi, green mango, or guava work for a different tang. Vegetables. Kangkong, water spinach, radish, labanos, and eggplant are staples. Some add string beans or okra for extra texture. Seasonings. Fish sauce, patis, or salt for depth, onions, tomatoes, and sometimes chili for heat. Freshness matters. Ripe tamarind gives the best sour punch, and crisp vegetables hold their shape in the simmering broth. The unique flavor profile. What makes milkfish sinigang special is its balanced sourness. The tartness from tamarind doesn't overpower. Instead, it blends with the umami of the fish and the sweetness of the veggies. The broth is light but deeply satisfying, with layers that unfold with each bite. Prefer it extra tangy? Add more tamarind. Want a milder taste? Reduce the souring agent or use sweeter substitutes like ripe guava. The flexibility is what keeps this dish a favorite across Filipino households. No matter how you tweak it, the result is always warming, flavorful, and unmistakably comforting. The cultural significance of milkfish sinigang. Milkfish sinigang isn't just a dish, it's a taste of Filipino heritage. This sour soup ties generations together, appearing on dinner tables during lazy Sundays, lively reunions, and even casual weeknight meals. It's the kind of food that sparks stories, triggers memories, and feels like a warm hug from your grandmother. In the Philippines, sinigang is more than comfort food. It's a symbol of resourcefulness and tradition. Families pass down their signature versions, tweaking the sourness or adding local twists. The simplicity of the dish hides its cultural weight. No fiesta or family gathering feels complete without a pot of sinigang simmering on the stove, its tangy aroma calling everyone to the table. Regional variations across the Philippines. Different parts of the Philippines put their spin on milkfish sinigang, each version reflecting local flavors and ingredients. Luzon, Manila and central regions leans on tamarind for that classic sour punch. The broth stays clear and light with kangkong, radish, and eggplant balancing the milkfish's richness. Visayas, Central Islands, often uses green mango or batuan fruit for a sharper, fruitier tang. Some versions toss in coconut milk for a richer, milder broth that softens the sourness. Mindanao, southern regions, might add chili for heat or local greens like saliot, jute leaves, for a silky texture. Some coastal towns even swap tamarind for seafood-based souring agents like shrimp paste. These regional differences show how one dish can adapt to local tastes while staying true to its roots. Whether it's the Ilonggo love for guava-based sinigang or the Bicolano preference for spicy kicks, Each version tells a story of place and people. Sinigang's flexibility makes it a culinary chameleon, always familiar but never boring. It's a dish that welcomes creativity while grounding itself in tradition. Beyond the kitchen, Milkfish Sinigang holds a special place in Filipino identity. It's the taste of home for overseas workers, the comfort food of choice during rainy seasons, and the dish that connects Filipinos no matter where they are in the world. When you take that first sip, you're not just tasting tamarind and fish, you're tasting history, family, and the Filipino spirit of resilience. How to cook Milkfish Sinigang, a step-by-step guide. Creating the perfect Milkfish Sinigang is all about freshness, timing, and balancing flavors. Follow this straightforward guide to nail the tangy broth, tender fish, and crisp vegetables every time. Preparing the fish and ingredients. Start with fresh milkfish. Look for clear eyes and firm flesh. Here's how to prep it. Clean the fish. Scale it thoroughly, remove the gills, and slit the belly to gut it. Rinse under cold water. Cut into portions. Slice crosswise into 2-inch steaks, or keep it whole for smaller fish. The belly adds richness, so include it. Prep the vegetables. Wash and chop everything before cooking. Radish. Peel and slice into half moons. Eggplant. Cut into 1-inch rounds. Kangkong. Separate leaves from stems. Add stems first, they take longer to cook. Tomatoes. Quarter them for deeper flavor infusion. For the souring agent, fresh tamarind pulp is ideal. Boil it in water, mash, then strain to extract the juice. No fresh tamarind. Use tamarind powder or paste. That's it for part 1. We've prepped everything and now it's time to cook and bring out that classic sour sinigang flavor. Stay tuned for part 2. We'll simmer it all together and do the final plating. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.